Poetry by George Tsongas of San Francisco. Keep your face. My grandfather kept his face until he died at 94. It was his and only his, with a rounded tip to the nose and eyes that were as hawkish and demanding at 85 as others were at 30 or 40. I've known men who never keep their face. They lost it at 10 or 20 or 30. Maybe they never had a face. It doesn't help to lift the jaws or eliminate the wrinkles. Not even a nose job works. You can always sense the men who have never been able to hold their faces. I don't know why they lose them or care, but I know they've never told me stories that I can believe or lifted me to their knee, and wine with tobacco traces will never smell sweet on their breath, and everything they grasp will crumble when they breathe their last. Just Asking, an inquiry by George Tsongas, April 17th, 1983. Who are we if we are not God? And who is God if we are not godly? The waste of shame and guilt and blame and the degradation of the human organism is a contradiction of its godly intentions. While a whole compendium of body uses trickles in fire walking in Macedonia, patience in Nepal, levitation from the Indies, magic herbs from Brazil and Venezuela, Africa seething with psychic magic, the Eskimo alive with polar beauty and sculptural kinesis, the conservation of food and water within the magical organism in the Kalahari Desert, godliness apparent in every man and woman's stride, who consecrates the wafer within the beloved body, but the beloved lungs bursting with energy from sea bottoms to Himalayan heights in Milan's operatic virtuosos. What sort of karmic fiend plots to take this godly body for granted with idle jobs and unworthy tasks, as well as hideous was in shame and guilt embossed in self-serving scripture? If we review the issue, we are not God's slave of supplicant, but God himself, and should be careful what the hell we consign ourselves. And tell me who's not aware of the possibilities that reside within every human organism. If I can find 7 able people, I can surely find 7 billion more. It's not the numbers that disturb us, but the faith we have in ourselves. We are all the gods of healing, everyone a doctor and a prince. The proliferation of information opens the earth to a marvelous understanding, not the decrepitude of nuclear savagery and mental bondage. I propose a lust for the return of our godliness. The road is garlanded with emotional candles and intuitive gardens, and the paths of ignorance cleared of all devils, in the relentlessness of human sacrifice. Light up with the psychic fire. Civilizations are products of the planets, the waterless deserts of Mars, ours, great destroyer, war god of myth, attest to the scars of feudal cosmic tension. Death and woe to the civilers who forget. Beyond Andromeda and life cycle strives, those who are themselves cast a glow that greets a new sun. The old is too darkened with blood. Let us don the garment of true powers and venerate the amazing talents and resourcefulness of the human organism, rather than the repugnant doctrines of self-hate, shame, and guilt which torment the human psyche. It's time the plague was purged from humanity with love for the human organism and the innocence of human energy. Yes, we are God, and who wishes to deny it?